Kelly's next one.
You got baseball. He said he'd be running a little bit late.
Okay.
Ready for the minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, last meeting, 5/14/26, President Tony, Kevin, Angie, Kelly, Simon, and Miranda. Minutes were read and okayed as read. Miranda was here to talk about the fall market. There is 19 confirmed vendors. Christmas market is still being worked. She will have more info on the Davis Community Growth next month. Kelly has a quote for approximately $11,400 for controllers. Tony made a motion to buy 26 new controllers. Kevin seconded, and the motion was carried. Spraying the sewer tank needs spraying. Is that right? Soon. Tennis nets are still waiting to be put up. Simon will be taking wastewater certification test tomorrow. Dumpsters are ordered for the town cleanup on May 16th. The Rakenator was here and completed all alleys in the town and charged $600. The consent ordinance for the fire district was discussed. After discussion, the board tabled the issue. More details are needed before the ordinance will be signed. We are in favor of the fire district but need more information. Generator has been installed and breaker box installed. There is a key to the generator in the desk drawer. Marlette Road is starting to break off again by the apartments. Zach Taylor will be putting a trailer on the corner of 5th and Marlette Street. 250th anniversary signs were delivered. The fire department will install them at the park. Jimmy Edwards has a Ford 2500 for sale for the town for $17,000-ish. Tony will run down and test drive. Meeting was adjourned.
Is that a 3,500 or is it 2,500?
He's 25.
That's what I wrote, 25.
Okay, that's fine. Any corrections to the minutes? Not approved as read. So, Mr. Henny, you're up.
Thank you. Do I stand somewhere?
You just sit right where you want. You can stand on the table. It's
If you
here.
want. We're not.
Walk over here.
No, we're not that,
Not that formal, but
we're not that formal.
My name is Damon Henning. I'm here. I'm also secretary of the North Davies Community Growth Alliance, formerly the Odin Business Alliance. And I'm here to talk about a couple different things. Miranda couldn't be here. She's got a sick kid at home.
Oh, that's too bad.
But before I talk about the facade grant program, which is the big news right now, I want to first tell you about the North Davies Community Growth Alliance, which the first page on your pamphlet is a flyer about the organization. And I'd like to start off by saying who we were and who we are. So previously we were the Odin Business Alliance, and now we're the North Davies Community Growth Alliance, right? So Odin Business Alliance, North Davies Community Growth Alliance, right? And so that's the change in the name, the change in the organization. Our mission statement, and the bylaws represent the change. And so we're doing more integration throughout the community. I've been to meetings lately with Davies County Council, commissioners, economic development. We're working closely with Visitors Bureau, Purdue Extension. So a lot more collaboration and building bridges across the county. So previously, Odin Business Alliance just tried to they were only advocating for businesses in Odin. And so we sort of had limitations on the amount of participation we could get. And there was also only Odin support. So we were down to 4 members on the board. And so through this reorg that we've done, we now have 9 to 10 members, ideally 10 to 15 members. So we have a lot more ideas, a lot more energy on the board, and doing a lot more things. You'll see the Odin Harvest Festival, for example, is getting a lot more traction. And now you're seeing Miranda being more involved, not just in Plainville, but with the greater North Davies area. And so that's the difference now between the OBA and indeed CGA. And so because we have more resources, more energy and everything else, we have started a facade grant program. And I don't know how familiar you are with those. They've kind of been moving through the Midwest. So Discover Downtown Washington had its own program. And to give you the numbers, they accrued $40,000 in public funds, and they generated over almost $280,000 in private investment based on just facade repairs. That's why downtown looks so nice. Huntingburg, if you've been down there, they've got brick walkways and fireplaces and everything else. And then Martin County is doing the same thing. And so Davies County mentored Martin County. Now Martin County is mentoring North Davies, and it's more than just Golden. It's more than just North Davies. It's more than just Davies County. It's kind of a movement, if you will, going throughout the Midwest. So that's me, and that's the NDCGA. And so the facade grant program is a matching program. And so what we do is one-to-one matching. We use the public dollars to incentivize private investment. And then there's a maximum of $3,000 per applicant. So if somebody wants to do just a quick sign improvement or some painting or skin, it might only be a $3,000 project. They would only get $1,500, right? So we don't know the full extent of what the result will be on how much we actually invest and how much we actually incentivize to be invested. But the one-for-one matching grant has a great record. So the 40K and the 280K I told you about in Washington is a 7x return on investment. We already have one approved package. You may recognize the building, okay? And we help them create what it's going to look like after.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I was wondering.
That's right. So we actually meet with the applicants. We help them fill out the application. We work with AI to generate the image and help them envision what this storefront could look like. We're looking at kind of like encouraging people to do the perpendicular signs. So if you imagine walking downtown on a busy hustling sidewalk, if the building all has signage up against the building, you don't know where you're at unless you look like up. But if the signs are perpendicular, you can see the next 3 or 4 or 5 stories down Main Street. Right? So we take ideas like that and we take them to the applicants. So in your application packet, you have a 6-page overview, and you don't have to read it all right now, but it's an overview of how the facade grant program works. It's basically a duplication of Discover Downtown Washington. They provided it to us, and we simply just made it our own. And so what I can tell you about the project, downtown revitalization in general, what we're seeking is visible improvements. What we're seeking is fast improvements. We're not looking at 6 to 12 months of water pipe engineering, right? We're looking at what can you do with a local contractor, qualified contractor. We're going to do visible improvements. We're incentivizing private investments with the intention of increasing foot traffic, building preservation, increased tax revenue, and the big momentum, right? So once people are actually improving downtown and commercial properties, other adjacent owners want to get involved, or other investors want to own property nearby. Right? So it incentivizes community engagement, and that big momentum is where we get into incalculable, sort of immeasurable gains. But what we can tell you is it's a direct, multi-return on investment for the public dollars invested. And so the good news is this started with Odin offering $10,000, saying we would like to improve our downtown foot traffic. What can we do? And we looked at a lot of different options. We looked at signage, and we looked at billboards and ads, and we started working with the Visitors Bureau as well, another organization. And they said, well, we can handle signage and ads and billboards, which allowed us to dedicate the funds to downtown revitalization. So Odin was able to put up $10,000. County Council has committed $10,000. And now, as of yesterday, Davies County Economic Development has pledged $10,000 towards the program. So we have 30,000 public funds, 3x to 7x. We're looking at $100K to $200,000 in North Davies facade improvements over the next couple of years. So it's big news for the community. One request we had from the County Council was that we go to each town, so including Plainville and Elmore, and make a funding request from you guys as well. So the county's perspective was, we are providing county funds inside city limits. We would like to have the cities to have some skin in the game. And so that's their perspective, right? We know you have yours as well. We know you already have skin in the game. We know you're improving all sorts of things. And we know you have big projects, big headaches and tight budgets, right? So the purpose of the meeting, or the purpose of me being here, is a formal request. And what we're starting with as our request for each town was $10,000. Now, I know that that's a lot of money for a small town, especially when your population is a third of Oakland. And so throwing out ideas for you to consider, we could do $5,000 in 2027 and $5,000 in 2028, or we could do $3,000 per year for a couple of years, or half as much because you have the size, right? So it starts with a formal request and leads to discussion, right? But that's why we're here. The formal request starts the discussion. So another good thing that comes from this is other public funding that can be available years down the road. So I'm sure you're familiar with poker grants, infrastructure upgrade grants. Those sometimes are not even considered unless there's already some other grants and effort being provided, right? So you can get Okra grants for certain things, but we couldn't just, the Northeast Community Growth Alliance couldn't just go to Okra and say, hey, we would like to work on this project for the Northeast area without some credibility, right? So we do this facade grant program for a couple of years. We show momentum. We go to state, we can get their grants, and we can eventually work on federal grants. So that's sort of the long-term vision, no promises, but we do know we have an established program, it's approved. We have funding pledges from 3 different organizations, and we've already awarded our first applicant. So we're excited about the progress. We're excited where it's going to go, and we're here for a formal ask. We can host a discussion. It's up to you, but I also provided in your packet a list of frequently asked questions. And some good questions like, well, if this is for North Davies, like how do we know where our money goes, right? So Odin's like, Odin dollars have to stay in Odin. I mean, there's legal things there, right? So yes, we are pledging, we will ensure at least $10,000 of the funding that's put into the pot will stay in Odin. And so the county council dollars can be distributed different ways, just based on where the applications are. So any dollars pledged from Plainville would stay in Plainville projects. That's our promise to you. And any contributors, such as Plainville Town Council, would have access to our treasurer's report. In our treasurer's report, we will have a specific section on where these dollars are, where they're going, right? So accountability is not a problem. Happy to provide that. And eligibility. So the initial effort is downtown, but you have a say in this, right? So downtown may not be very big, and in small town commercial businesses may be all over the place, right? So we don't want to just say Main Street's the only place we're going. If you guys see value in improving other businesses or highway furniture, or even a mural on the side of a building, right next to Main Street, we can look at things like that as well. As the program is situated, the most an applicant can get is $3,000. So whether their project is 6,000 or 16,000, the most they can get is 3. It's reimbursable. We do not pay for the repairs. They have to be able to commit the funds, do the repairs, see it through, and after that's completed and they provide receipts, we can provide a reimbursement from the treasurer using
Up to $3,000.
That's correct. No more than $3,000 per applicant. That's right. So,
What if nobody's interested?
it's a great question. So fortunately for Plainville, we don't have to worry about that, right? But the basic question, what if we're a year down the road and we haven't spent the money yet, right? Well, the program doesn't expire in a year. We can run this 2 or 3 years if we have to. But we also work with Purdue Extension on other ideas. So this is like a completely separate effort, can be a signage revamp. We can go to all the businesses and say, hey, we're gonna help you do new signage. Do the light posts, right? So facade doesn't have to be new brick or new metal or new windows. It can be new electrical and new signposts, signage and lights to make it shine. So when you drive past Main Street at night, you actually see what businesses are down there. So we have some backup plans in mind. We don't have an expiration date. We're just happy to get started. Great question, though. And that covers who we are, where we are, the program, and the FAQs. I'm happy to address additional questions or get out of your way.
Well, so murals would be acceptable for that. I mean, it's like a mural, because Angie talked about the old grocery store that's right across, they had a big mural in there at one time, the school painted, and Rick Edwards is talking about doing something back on that wall. He owns Edwards Spray Equipment.
That's right.
And so he was just talking to me the other day about talking about doing that mural. So that would be something that would fall underneath this?
It's a great question, and the answer is, it depends. So that's possibly something we could work with our partners and the community and find somebody that's willing to do that. You know, find some artists that could do that as volunteer effort and sponsors to provide the material and the paint. One restriction we have, here's my handcuffs. Facade grant means front wall only, right? So if you're looking at the side wall of a building because that's where the visibility is, the facade grant won't work. My handcuffs are, right?
Okay.
But we can, if that's your wishes, like this is the North Davis Community Growth Alliance, we can help you with this idea. We can go find some resources to make this happen as a separate effort.
Okay, because, I mean, we really don't have, of course, Gavin, they're wanting to get their thing going, but Jimmy Edwards owns this, the car dealership thing here beside us. I mean, the only thing other than we would have the gas station down there, I don't know that would.
Tara's, but she did.
Tara's, Smith's.
What, let me ask this question, because I asked this to Miranda, and she didn't know. She was gonna check, but what about like at the park?
Mhm.
We had a building that we were gonna try to redo and put air conditioning and make it nicer instead of just open windows and clean it up a little bit, so people may wanna use it for like baby showers or whatever, reunions or whatever.
Yeah.
What about the front of that? Is that considered, or is that not, since it's not on Main Street and it's not really a business?
Right, so I would have to find out about that. When you start talking about insulation, air conditioning.
No, that would be on us. I was just thinking the front,
Yeah.
maybe a nice porch or,
For sure. So we can definitely look into that. And as far as
front door.
getting other support for it, Cindy Barber from Purdue Extension has been through all sorts of programs like this. She is our mentor. She's kind of the behind the scenes leader on all this. And even if this program won't work, she can possibly come up with some other ideas.
And who was that?
Cindy Barber. She's from the Purdue Extension. She's got an office at the courthouse annex in Washington. So she's very knowledgeable. She knows about programs. She's got a lot of experience. So we can connect with her. I can drive by and look at it on the way home. It's
It's an old concession center. There's some picnic tables around it. It's like you're going through the park. It's before you get to the church. It's right here on this side. Yeah. I mean, right now it has,
Now it looks like an old concession stand.
yeah, you
It's
raise
got all
the windows
window
and
that you raised, the wood that you
But
raised.
we were
back,
just-
It's all screened.
we were just contemplating maybe cleaning it up and making it kind of nice to use.
sure.
I mean, we've talked about it for a while.
Yeah, so I would encourage you guys to go ahead and get with Miranda and fill out the application. We can get a picture of it and do the AI before and after and present it and just see where it goes.
I'll make it says no. I'll make it says no.
Well, and if we say no, we'll at least try to find some other yes in there.
Okay, yeah.
So what you want from us is money.
Some kind of a commitment.
A money commitment. We don't have a lot of money.
I understand. Yeah. So
So
as
do you
far as,
need it tonight, or is that something we can figure out where we got and get back with you?
so assuming money's tight and you're not able to make a decision tonight, that's perfectly fine. But I just wanted to cover the clerk treasurer aspect of this. You won't have to manage the funds. You won't have auditing to do.
No, we'll just give you a check.
It'll go to North Davis Community Growth Alliance 501c 6, I think, and then you'll receive a treasurer's report. So it's not a lot of workload for you. We just need to know
Just money.
how you can, if and when you can afford. So
Well, and I mean, there's no way we can afford 10,000.
of course,
I mean, I have nowhere I could take 10,000. Even if I went 5 different places, I couldn't get 10,000.
I understand.
That's just
So
not
it can
fair.
be spread out over.
Okay. And if it's something, if it needs to be something that we consider for next fiscal year, I mean, that's the next best we can do, right? So.
I mean, we could probably scrape up a little, but we're going to talk budget tonight too.
There
So
you go.
for next year,
Yeah,
I mean, I could scrape up some, but I couldn't scrape up a lot. I don't know.
So we just start off with an ask. At this point, we just ask that you have.
And we
those
are
questions.
interested.
Yeah. We'd love to have your support, and we're looking forward to contributing no matter what. So.
Yeah, because like I say, there's a few businesses, like I say,
So would we just go talk with the business owners
You
and?
don't have to deal with any of that, will you? So you'll see on Facebook right now, North Davis Community Growth Alliance has announced, as of today, the Golden Projects. We have a fancy image that shows a downtown and it's got our phone numbers on it, right? So each town has a point of contact. Plainville's is Miranda, Elmore's is Cindy, and Oden's is me, right? So any business in any of these towns can reach out to one of these three people and answer all their questions. We can give them the same packet. You guys don't have to.
But it probably wouldn't hurt for us to just explain a little bit about.
Yeah, if you're talking to businesses already.
Because for one thing, I don't think nobody would, I don't know that anybody would call Miranda and think anything about it until they knew a little more about it.
Sure.
You know, I don't think they'd even think about doing it until they had more information.
Yeah, if you guys,
And
enjoy-
if
if
you're
you guys,
being hooked into
Right,
something.
that's
big,
right.
Yeah.
for sure, if you guys can appreciate the program and you know business owners and you can talk to them,
Well, and Gavin may be some help for us too.
for sure, yeah, he's always helpful.
When they see that, then they're gonna think, wow.
That's right. So, yeah, we'd love to have your support as far as just talking to business owners, encouraging them to apply. But we don't want to put that obligation on you. And that's our job, to work with the applicants, help them, make sure they understand the rules, help them work on the application, get the information filled out, and go forward after imagery and receipts and all that stuff. So.
Okay. Like I said, we will, there's no way we can make a commitment tonight, but, because we got some other things we got to figure out
Well,
first,
and
but,
Ed's not here, so,
but anyway, it'll,
but I can just get a hold of Miranda.
You can talk to Miranda.
I mean, if we decide, what we decide to give
That's right.
or give it and go through her, give it to her.
That's right. Well,
No.
the check would probably go to North Davis Growth Alliance.
But
you can.
she can hand deliver it, or I need to.
That's right. As far as I know, she can hand deliver the check.
Is there an address or you just, what's the home,
So it's going to be.
what's the home base?
There's
It
a
says
PO
PO
box
Box
on the bottom.
03 in Odin.
Yeah, we have a
Okay,
PO
I
box.
was looking over here, this one. Okay.
So you can just mail it in.
So, encourage you to talk to Miranda, but she hasn't briefed all these other commissioners or whatever. So I've already answered a bunch of questions. If she doesn't have the answers, she can get them for you. But yeah, she'll be representing your town, advocating for some historic preservation efforts, and we hope this is just the beginning.
So you're gonna drive by the park
Yes.
and see that and.
So as soon as you cross the bridge going there, you turn into the park on there,
Mhm.
just go around the curve and you'll see it there on your left.
And that's owned by the city.
And
Yeah, we own it.
we own all the park.
Yeah.
So,
And I guess, I don't know, it could be a business, it's a rental, I mean,
Turned into a community center for Prophet Son.
it's not, so, I mean, you know.
You never know.
I think it would certainly be prudent to talk to all the businesses first and see if, and how many
well, I mean, that's
applications
what,
we
I
get.
mean, yeah, there's, like I say, we don't have a lot of business in town. You got Baker's Bike Shop, and then there's the hairdressing, and then,
That's CNS machine.
No, the shop,
Yeah.
machine shop.
but I don't know that they would really be worrying about the facade of their front of their building.
But he said they do, what'd you call them? Name, tell them their name, what's
Signage.
signage, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't know, maybe they.
they might, I don't know, but. Okay, we'll do some things, and like I say, we're gonna be talking budget tonight and for next year, and, but we just have to figure out where we can get with the money, and
Of course.
I don't, we'll get it. I figured we could do something, but we'll just have to figure it out.
I appreciate your consideration, and we're available for questions if you have more questions that come up.
Okay.
And how to find us now. And we talk to you, and we'll look forward to seeing growth throughout the whole community.
Yeah, and you've been selling a lot of houses in town, or at least you've had a lot of listings.
We've got a good team. Yeah.
So, all right, well, appreciate it. Thanks for coming and
Thank you.
at least getting some idea what's going on.
I
So
have to bring it to speed, so thank you
I
for your time.
appreciate it. Thanks.
Is there only one page application? Is that right?
Well, that's nice.
Well, I mean, I just.
No,
There was some other
Yeah.
stuff. I think there was,
Not an application, this is
So
just
you gotta
information.
fill out 30 pages.
Yeah, it's a 6-page
Do
document.
everything anymore. You get what,
there's the pages on the back.
great grandmother's social security number, you need everything.
So part of the program is they have to fill out a grant agreement that they, they agree to send in, which is
We're gonna pay it, yeah.
So whenever we meet with the business owner, we will provide them the 6-page packet, the application, the grant agreement, we'll show them what an award notification looks like. We'll make sure they have one, they'll have one actual printed out contractor quote that shows the scope and the cost of the project, and then a before and after picture. So we take all that into consideration.
And Cindy Barber is, she's at Eleanor?
She's in Washington.
No, but you said she's Cindy,
She'll be the point of contact for Eleanor.
Eleanor. Yeah, I thought she was from Eleanor, so.
Okay.
That works for you. Thank you for your time. And
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Yes.
coming.
Thank you.
How many people we have that care enough about their business to spend money on it.
Terrible.
Other than Gavin and Karen, maybe Sonny at the, for a new sign, but
He ain't gonna do nothing.
That's terrible.
And then
yeah, it's talking.
Jimmy might put some kind of sign out here in front of
With all
his.
that
The guy-
Rick's putting into his
the guy
place,
that
he
does
may
the bodywork,
be looking for a little bit of.
He's just got a little sign. He might, I don't know if he want to.
All his work goes for.
Jimmy, I know.
And Gordon,
And Gordon, yeah.
that old car out there is his brother-in-law's or some,
Oh, yeah, what
or
is that?
someone's family or
It's like a
something.
Charger or something.
Yeah, so
The Charger Challenger one.
Yeah,
can't hardly tell them apart.
no.
All right, are you here for the fire?
I'm here for everything, whatever you got.
Well,
We
you
got
want,
no money.
you wanna do the fire,
We can do that real quick, yep.
how you's done on the.
You want me to take
how's
that, are
things
you
going?
okay with that, or?
You can keep that. I don't eat it.
That's all right.
You can give it to Ed or you can hang on to it, pass out to somebody. Things have been going good. We had about 13 runs over the past month, 4 medical, 4 accident, 1 PI, called in PI. I'm not sure how serious any of them ever turned out. And then we had, the rest were fire investigations or actual, control burns that people didn't call in. Had one that we went to 4 different times. There's burning corn stalks and
Mhm.
people drive down the highway and see it, they call it in. It's called in, we gotta do our thing to it.
You know.
Upsets people,
It wasn't on.
We got our, new SCBA's in, got it scheduled to get those sized for masks. Turnout gear has been all sized and will be ordered this week or the first of next week. And the extrication equipment that the county funded has been ordered. So that large expenditure that the county come through with is just about completed on that side for all of that equipment. To get us back where we're,
And that just wasn't Plainville, that's all of the
that
units.
was everybody that needed. That was, we got it. Campbellburg, Montgomery got turnout gear. Eleanor had new gear from a grant. Washington Township just bought new turnout gear with money they have. And Southeast, they're on their own out there with a good funding of what's going on. But the departments that were having some struggles with funding, the county started with the key safety stuff, the extrication equipment. Anybody that didn't have battery operated, they bought. I'm not sure how many sets. I know we got one. Montgomery, Campbellburg got remember Eleanor just bought some.
They have their own thing.
Some,
That stuff ain't cheap.
I don't remember, I think Odin or Madison one got some of the extrication, then for the turnout gear and the SCBA's, it was just the folks that had bought the Honeywells, and then the year after we got them with our grant money, the company went bankrupt and shut the doors, and so even though we've got stuff that's brand new, we can't buy new bottles for it because they don't make them anymore.
Can't certify it.
And we can't get certified because the bottles are outdated, out of age. So legally, nobody will fill them because we can't get them tested and pass the test to say that they're safe. So that's why we had to go buy all brand new again. So hopefully we can find someone that has got Honeywell that needs parts and pieces for stuff, that have bottles that need other stuff that we can get rid of the stuff. Otherwise, it's just almost brand new equipment. It's going to be worthless. Yeah. Got that all rolling. Got all but 2 people CPR certified on the department now. We had training last week on it. The Ronnie Roach, who's the fire chief down at Orleans, come up and him and his wife taught the class. So
Who?
Ronnie Roach went to Iraq with him. He's also on the West Baden Police Department. But they taught the class. I think everybody should have been receiving their cards by email. So I haven't talked to anybody yet to say any problems, but that was, and we took care of that. That was, they charged $25 a person. So for them coming up and doing it, didn't figure it out. It's too bad. It's the cheapest you can get it with anybody.
Is that something they do for the public or just for the fire?
That's
department?
what Angie was wondering.
They will do it for,
I would
I mean,
like,
they give
I would like
classes.
to offer it to the town, anybody in the town that would like to do it.
I can get you his contact information later on.
What was his name?
Ronnie, Ronnie, Roach.
We talked about that before, trying to get someone in, if the towns, people in the town's interested to.
Get an idea. And I'm sure, I don't know if his price was set for.
I was gonna say, it might be a little bit more for a
I
town.
would, and that's okay. I think that's something the town should do. I feel like.
Suggest, yeah, if you, I'll give you his contact stuff, and that way you can, or I can reach out to him if you want either way. But he'd,
See if they're interested in it.
yeah, and depending on, they can only do with the 2 of them. They can't have, one instructor can't have more than 20 students.
Oh, I don't
So
think
they
that's.
can't have
By-
more than 40 altogether.
Right, by the regulations of
I don't
the
think
training
they're more
program.
interested.
I
But
bet you'd
so,
be surprised, but that's just one of those, you take 40, try to do 16 above my book.
Well, we
And
have
first come,
more-
first serve.
Yeah, and if there's more interest, we might try to schedule another time.
yeah, and they can do, it's
How long does it take? Couple hours?
It's supposed to be 3 hours, depending on how quick.
People
if-
gone.
If they're people that's not had CPR before, it will take close to that. If they know what they're doing, they can help you get through a little quicker. Just, there's a video that you gotta watch and some training, and then they have to watch you do your practical, make sure you did it right, and then they run through it. So we got that all done. And I think that's, everything else has been going pretty good right now.
I think Dave said you was losing a couple guys, or you were going to get a couple guys off,
We,
asked a couple of them to leave, or
One of them moved.
or something.
yeah, got one.
Excuse me, Michael.
One of them that we had brought on earlier, we're doing away with, he ended up moving over to San Vernon's on their department. So we're taking him off. I don't think he's even got anything through us yet. And then we're bringing 2 additional on, which brings us up to our
So
20.
so did Jens get them measured or something for the
2 new
turnout gear?
guys, yes.
Okay, that's what I was
Yes.
wanting to make
Yeah.
sure that I didn't want Jens to bring a whole bunch of, or bring on new guys and then not have turnout gear.
No,
This was included, so.
yes, for what
Excuse me.
yep. We had, we had told them 20, we had a couple sets of gear that was fairly new, within 3 years, and well, we'll see what we need, and so we went ahead and brought the 2 other backup new guys on that were wanting to come in, and got them measured, so we'll have their stuff
When they come.
when they get ready to start their training.
So then this will get Jens into the fire district thing, and so then then that'll all be taken care of then, okay?
Right, this will
Because it's
cover,
10 years, isn't it?
yeah, the gear is good for 10 years.
Okay.
And, unfortunately, even when we got our last grant, it wasn't thought about, wasn't planned out, trying to figure a way to offset a little bit of funds each year to go back so we could start buying a few at a time, and everything just come in and bit us in the rear pretty quick. So but other than that, we've got all that. Trucks are going good. Everything else, I think, is going all right as far as fire goes.
Okay. So I called Area 1 protection guy
Okay,
and talking about getting a camera, some kind of a camera put on that building out there to watch, see who's dumping,
out there at the,
We're getting out of town stuff
Yeah.
out there.
seeing who. So I talked to him and he's going to try to come up and see how.
We can do the point back there.
That's what he was saying. I was talking to someone about maybe doing some kind of a solar powered camera that you could hook to a SIM card or do some kind of a
What's their, what are they called?
area
Area 1. That's who done the town hall. I think they've done everything for us so far.
Yeah,
Texas.
and so
You
just-
say it, I know it.
Yeah, he's
Do
one that
Yeah, what his name was. Corey,
Coy, yeah.
don't say if you never say it, I know.
and but I talked to him and he said he's gonna try to come up and look, see what we can do, because we got plenty of access to our system.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a 16 channel.
Yeah, so we got
Using
plenty.
4 of them.
But he said something about direct or something and have to have some solar to get power to it or
Mhm.
something. I don't know. But anyway, I know that the ends were a little bit aggravated about the burning, but
And
I don't know where all that came
Somebody was
from.
dumping it and lighting it. We was by there a couple months and it was on fire,
It's been on fire since they burned it last time.
so it never went out. They just-
Well, every time it burns out, people throw stuff on there. There's like, me and him threw all that stuff on there Tuesday.
Mhm.
We threw it on there, came back with a second load, it burned. It relit itself. So we sat there and watched it burn.
Okay.
Might as well get rid of it while it's going.
Yeah, you didn't light it, so.
Yeah, we didn't light it. We just put stuff on there, it lit itself.
So I just wanted to, I know you
Yeah.
were a little bit aggravated about
Big
so
stuff.
we are gonna try to figure out some way of
Yeah,
keeping.
and not so much the people do it, just the large
And I
stuff,
get it,
yeah.
and I, like,
They can just cut it up if they want to take it out.
The only one that should be taking large stuff out there is Bobby Andis with Lawrence Landscaping, and that he always asks me first. Cause he's taking the trees down the park tomorrow, so there'll be more stuff brought in.
but that's the towns and I get that.
And he cuts us a deal, Bill, dump there. Cause he don't charge as many what he charges everybody else.
No, that's good.
Well, but we got access for him to dispose of it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, he has to haul it all the way back to Washington.
And the other thing is we pretty well keep, he appreciates.
Keep him busy, keep him as busy as he wants
Well,
to
and
be.
he does, and he's always treated us
And if
right.
it's an emergency, he gets up here quick.
Yeah, so just wanted to let you know we are working on that,
That's good. I know
or trying to work on it.
Bobby, I don't know, last time I talked to him, he was thinking about trying to get out of the business. So I don't
Oh,
think-
yeah, he
He
ain't
does
He
that.
said
He
he's
just-
getting
he
too
says
old to
that-
do all
He
that.
says that all, every time you see
I
it.
don't think he's ready to get rid of the money.
He's not.
He ain't going to that.
The reason why he won't retire from the county, it's the insurance.
Yeah.
He won't get rid of that insurance.
But anyway.
Also, speaking of that building out there,
Which one?
the gray one that's,
Oh, yeah.
we've had a bunch of stuff, junk that's been out there that we've not wanted to throw away for some reason or other. Dave Willis is discussing wanting to just back his trailer up. We got a bunch of old steel
Bunch of tanks
air
and
bottles
stuff.
that,
Yeah.
that just scrap them out and get rid of them, to get it out of the way, so it's not in anybody's way out there. Got a lot of stuff that we can do away with. Wanted to keep the bottles, thought we'd use them for something down the road, and it's just, once it got out of sight, everybody forgot what they want to do with it, so there's some stuff that, we may be cleaning out of there and working in, so just to let you know that,
Go back and work, Simon.
that's right.
Not yet. Not going yet.
Something go down.
I've never heard that alarm.
Is the temperature?
Yep, it's too loud. Well, plants running good, nets are up, we're on work.
All right.
Can Simon stay just a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine, I'm just hoping it's not on fire again.
Okay.
Can we go ahead
Can
and
you
talk
not-
to Simon a minute?
Yeah. What, you want to do it now or?
Well, we're just gonna ask him what his plans were.
I
For the
don't
budget,
think-
I need it for the budget.
Okay.
So what are your plans? You passed your test, so you're certified now. So what are your plans with us? What are your plans?
I'm easily gonna be here another year.
Okay,
I
that's what we,
think, I fully believe at least another year.
okay.
Okay, because we gotta get money, we gotta figure out
Yeah, We're
budget
gonna
for,
offer you and that kind of stuff.
if-
So,
but budget for next year.
Yeah.
but I wanted to make sure, I wanna know
You're
that
gonna be here
before,
for the
yeah.
year. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Just didn't want to have-
And we're
Take-
not
take
asking
the
you for a definite, or, commitment, but we're just we gotta just start because we gotta get now for 27 budget, money for next 27.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
That's,
you're excused. Oh,
Excuse me.
thanks, Simon.
Yep.
I wanted to get that. I wanna get that.
You wanted to get that in writing that he was gonna try to be here
Well,
another year?
I thought you meant you was wanting to have them.
You said something.
No.
Okay.
You said something. We need already.
Well, we're gonna have that to figure out what we're gonna pay him.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
But I wanted to just know if he was
He was
really
gonna be
serious
here.
in staying,
Yeah.
yes.
Where is he coming from? He ain't going to Cleveland. Yeah. What's next on the agenda?
Okay, and then Kelly said everything was going all right at the plant.
Yeah, for now.
Up until 5 seconds ago, yeah.
Well, if they've got the doors closed out there, because
It's
of
probably hot
temperature,
and hammered
it's
heck in
got,
there, yeah.
with those pumps running. We've still got that big exhaust fan out there on the end.
Yeah.
Is it-
No, I don't know.
It's still probably hot in there though.
Yeah.
That brick gets hot.
Okay.
With that roof on there, it should help,
Yeah.
but the block gets hot.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna put the Tennessee nets were put up.
Yes, they were in the volleyball nets, but
so I guess, did, Montgomery sign their ordinance, you know? Or not?
As far as I know, they did.
They didn't or
They
did?
did.
I'm gonna get.
I know they wasn't going to,
Well,
but then Gabhart had told me that they was getting into, or talking to,
a lot of,
he'd talked to the board president or one of the board, I'm not sure if Healy's the board president, I can't remember what that, but he said they thought they was gonna sign it. And he had told me that they had said that they was gonna approve it, however it is, so,
We're going to, aren't we?
yeah.
the biggest thing,
I know they was talking about how much money they was gonna lose the town. And
yeah, it's,
and then how much the tax rate is gonna be, because they're all worried about the school.
but see, everything has a cap to it. Nothing can be residential is capped out at 1% of the assessed value.
But they was worrying about more of the
The
businesses in
businesses
town.
are capped out at 2,
Mhm.
farm is 2, business is 3. If it's already, school's already got their hands in all of that, it isn't gonna change it. On that,
I just know they said something about the school was really not wanting to do it because they was already, they're,
what it will do is it will stop the school from being able to do the, oh shoot, I forget what word it is. There's a way that you can request to go additional for short term for major projects
Additional funds for
that to go above that, and they have to have justification why they want to do it, and that's what the only thing that we can see that is anything that they would be even having a chance of losing much money on, is if they, they put a ton of money in their turf fields over there, when they should have been looking at a lot of other things to put it into initially, but when they made their addition, now they want to change some other stuff, and it might cause them not to be able to do all that when they want to do it as the large amount income right for the project to be in the next year or two. But that would be the only thing that it would go into, because regardless of what's happening, residential is capped at 1%. So
That same one.
with every piece of the pie that gets a partial of that, it can never go over that 1%.
Right, good.
Well, we gotta wait.
So, we gotta make sure we make it right.
Yeah,
But,
but, and again, they still haven't answered our questions, but this thing, so right now, we're talking about budget.
mhm,
We still have to have budget money for you guys through 27, right?
right,
Next year's budget. You're gonna be on our budget next year.
right.
And partial of 28.
No. The money that you receive in December, which is 27's collection, would be what would fund us for the first part of 28. You don't have to budget us in 28, but that tax money that will be coming for the last half of the year of collection, because you get your collection at the end, after the spring and the May and the November.
June and December.
Right, which that December money is to take for January or for the first 6 months.
I didn't know that.
Because you don't get your money until the taxes are all collected.
Mhm.
So you would collect in December,
So then I have to have budget for you. I have to budget money for you.
not for 28, that money that's coming in.
Well, it won't come to us, it'll go to the.
It will come, no, it comes because it's not gonna come yet. But you don't have to budget in June for 28's money, because you won't need it. You won't need 27's money because you're drawing, won't need 28's money because 27 is the last.
You-
When-
Okay, I'm gonna budget for you for
For
27. But
27,
then
so
you
now,
said December 27 is for the first part of 28.
when you, right, because,
But so I'm gonna have to budget something, because if I don't budget, you can't spend it. I mean, if I don't have a budget for it and it's my money, I mean, unless it's going to you. You see what
Because
I'm
it's gonna
saying?
That's what I was figuring. That's what I thought, that
I
the,
mean, I'll have to
the money
budget
that
first
we would
half.
generally
we'll have to
budget for
budget
you.
money on, we'll worry about that budget next year.
Right.
But
then
we'll
maybe-
find out, we'll know more
Maybe
about that.
somebody.
But it's, I
Well-
mean, she can't spend money unless it's budgeted.
Yeah.
Even though it's a money, it don't matter when it comes in, it's when it's spent.
I have to budget. I have to have a budget for that. I
We're
can't
for sure
just.
gonna do it for next year, so.
Yeah, next. we
So
don't have to- I'm not gonna worry
27's
about
good. It's
Yeah.
what, the 28, we'll have to figure that one out because it's not when you get the money, it's when you spend the money.
Right, but.
And in order to spend it, I have to
Have to have a budget.
Right.
Oh,
So, but that's fine. I mean, we'll worry about that
Yeah,
then.
well, we can get close to that. That's not a major.
Someone might know what they're doing by then.
Well, when we had our meeting the other night, I did ask her about a meeting. She said, you tell me a date and we'll make it happen. The
The,
county is paying for all of it.
the lady from the
From
Baker
Indianapolis.
Kelly. She can come
Susan.
down.
She said she'll either come down or she'll do it
Teams
by
meeting.
Teams meeting or however you want, and whoever you want.
Well,
And
and so,
I know we were talking, you was worried about who's gonna pay, and she's on the county's
well,
dime.
I wasn't worried, but you said that when the county wasn't gonna pay it, then we're not paying it because we don't have the money to pay it. So
She's on the
someone's got-
county's dime to do all this programming, so. And she will have, Jeff available, so we'll have to kind of have a couple
Three different
days
days.
to see what he's available and coordinate. And they will ask and answer what they can, and if he's not available, she'll take the questions to him and make him get back with us.
So, do you wanna? Did you read that ordinance?
More times than once.
This is the latest one, because they had one earlier that wasn't right.
Okay, let me see that. Let me read it.
Because the one that you had that one time wasn't, I don't think was right.
Yours is the right, and this is the
Yeah.
first one.
Cause this says everybody, town of Elmore, still town.
Yeah.
That was the first one, it wasn't right.
Right, the first, because they were
It just
screwed up
says
from what they were,
See, is that the one I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that wasn't right.
Okay.
that was their misunderstanding of who was consolidating into this district.
So then, as of right now, Odin's not doing it.
Oh, man.
Odin
think
and Madison are
I think
in
Odin,
such a pissing contest.
I thought the way they talked, they said Odin was not gonna have a fire department and they was just gonna have Madison and Odin was gonna contract to Madison to do their fire protection.
That's
And they're
my
gonna start
understanding.
their own district. They're having their own, the Madison and them's gonna have their own fire district,
Protection
is what I
district
thought.
or something.
start their own, not this one.
Yeah, no, they weren't ever gonna be in, they were gonna,
They're not gonna be in this district,
No,
whatever
no,
we're
and they
starting.
weren't gonna be in this, but they were given the opportunity to take
Well,
Madison,
In-
Van Buren, and Odin, and they didn't want anything to do with it.
Okay, and then another thing, I was talking to a guy the other day,
Who's that guy?
and he was telling me,
Can you tell me? Is that the one about the fire department?
what's wrong?
I need DC metal to come back.
What?
That peaked roof, there's no ventilation, it's holding the heat in my building.
It would have been, I think it had ventilators.
what?
I can't find any. I walked around the building, there's no vents.
No, I mean, I think he put vented soffit,
Might be soffit,
but I
man.
mean, they put the ridge vent's got it's got vented ridge cap.
Even with the window open and the exhaust fan going, it's 170. Right now I got the doors wide open, just to allow more airflow. The problem with that is, now if we get a big rain, it's blowing in, we'll get on that motor. I need more ventilation. I've only had a high temp twice. Once was a fire.
We got a new salt in the fire truck, we can cut ventilation.
Yeah.
But it's got the ridge cap is got, vented closure strips.
Or he can escape, but I don't like on my garage, there's vents on each side where air can kind of come in and push air out.
With him having the exhaust fan pulling,
Well, but
it's not letting stuff
It's not
pull
letting it
through.
go up.
Yeah,
If it was a
I got,
positive force, it
but
would
that's
push
a
it out.
24-inch exhaust fan sucking out, and I got a window propped open to pull air in,
Mhm.
but all that heat's still rising, it's kind of trapped in there.
Well, it didn't go out before though.
That roof wasn't on there when it was hot out.
No, where's this heat come? The
It's
heat's
coming off motors.
and it's going up. And so,
Yeah, all heat rises.
okay, so do we need to put, where'd it go before they put the roof on?
I'm assuming it's hitting the roof and the air going across the top. There's a heck of a breeze out there. And we used to have vented doors there. We put the new doors on.
And I wanted to put vents in there, but,
I know, that was a Rex thing. I understand that.
and, but I don't,
But, yeah, it was 107.
well, I get it.
That's not
But
good
I-
for,
I-
that's not
I
good
don't-
for our new expensive motors.
I don't know that that roof, that tin roof would have created that much of a problem, but,
I'm not saying it did. I'm just taking the new item and.
well, I
putting
know,
it-
but it's, but
I don't mind leaving the door open. I've had to do it before. But I don't want that to be a common all summer thing.
no. But I don't know where would you take it? Would you cut a hole in the roof of the,
Of the peak of the new,
well, I mean,
So I was-
it's already got an opening in there, like a ridge vent
yeah, on the top.
on the top,
But where's the, okay, so air can go out, but where's the air come in?
down on the bottom on the soffits.
Yeah, but I don't think that one's got that set up. It don't hang over. It's kind of,
It's got an overhang on it,
but it ain't got much, cause I know like all
1 foot.
all the garages and stuff, they still got the little vents on each peak. And it's, my garage still has the soffit, but now I've got vents on each side so the air can cut all the way through.
Well, we could probably try to put some gable vents or something. But the problem with gable vents if you got to make it.
And I'm not saying it is the problem, but that's just all.
So what happens is if you've got vents in there and you got them, so to get airflow, one's gonna be higher than the other. So if it's raining real hard and it's sucking, it'll suck through the vents. So, but I
But it
don't,
don't do that like on garages.
depends on how, so I'll go out there and look at it and see what they got.
Because I got the door propped open now and that'll put plenty of air in there.
We should have put, best thing would do is cut the daggum. We need them fans. You got the fans running?
The exhaust fan?
No, those fans up there that turn.
The ceiling fans.
Ceiling fans.
I don't think they have it.
Running.
Well, they running? Well, I didn't know they even worked.
Well, they used to work. I
They
mean,
run all the time.
I'll say, yeah, 'cause that's the, cause like the exhaust fan, it kicks on anytime 75 or above in there. I've got it, when it's 75 in that building, that fan kicks on.
yeah, but
Then it kicks off when it's below
if
75.
you need to get that heat from the
Top.
top down.
Your
If you had some exhaust
fans
fans,
turning the right way.
but,
Been turning the same way since I hired
I
on.
understand, but it's like.
Yeah, you got winter and
house
spring
fans,
mode.
yeah.
My wife didn't know that,
So
but she grew up in Alabama. They didn't have winter mode.
So if you turn your.
we
suck the
really
heat
should
out of the
have
ceiling down,
those vents in them
then it might
doors,
suck
loopers
better
in them
over the-
doors.
Yeah.
That and right now, just that window propped open. I don't know if it's the correct answer either.
Hmm.
Cause I gotta pay attention, cause I got a board right now propping it open. And I've had a few storms, that board gets knocked out, but I don't know what to put there to allow air in without allowing rain in.
Air conditioning.
To AC that, you're gonna have one running 24/7.
Yeah.
And when Marty quoted that out, I think he quoted a 3-ton unit just for that building.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an expensive expensive AC. And we don't need to heat it. Cause the motors keep that building in the coldest of the days at 60. I mean, we don't need heat in there by all means. I think airflow would be perfect. We just gotta generate more airflow. I said, we just got the door chained open.
In the roof, On the new roof or in the main building?
Both, to be honest. I think both would do,
If the heat rises, we need to have some kind of exhaust up the top to pull out the heat from the.
kind of like a bathroom vent. Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea if we can get one big enough that we can set on thermostat.
Yeah.
Because heat's gonna rise no matter what. And what them motors put off, even adding different things,
But
they're going to still produce that heat.
If your big one's set on the thermostat to kick it off and on, then you can wire the other one in.
Well,
Well, you could,
And then.
yeah, it's set to thermostat now, so in the winter time,
so,
it don't run.
so having them. If you could.
Like I said, 2 times I've had a high temp in there. Once for the fire, once because my window's shut. And yeah, the fan was running, but there's no air going in there to be able to literally suck anything out. So definitely more ventilation in the bottom building. In the bottom of the building, I just said something up top because I know heat rises. And I'm sure being a metal roof, this sun coming down is probably cooking it too. Something we can look at. I said that door wide open, I mean, I'll get the air, and we're not too far off from getting that night air,
Yeah,
and that night air will massively cool it.
yeah. Okay. Was talking about the ordinance, so, anyway, so have they said anything about this guy I was talking to? He told me the difference between a territory and a district.
Yes.
Territory is ran by the trustees.
Territory is government entities that join together.
The territory is it's managed by the trustees. And they've been in the fire district. This guy he's the EMA guy. He knows.
Districts, yes, districts are ran, territories are not. Territories are ran by a government entity where Washington and Plainville get together and Washington runs the whole
But
show.
it all filters through the trustee.
Not just territory. Territory
Territories do.
goes through the boards.
I don't know.
It would go through the city.
But
county.
either way, that's fine. But the thing is, he was talking about a lot of these fire districts pretty well charge every time they go out on a fire run to the homeowners.
And
Have they
that's-
talked about?
That's stupidity because they're already getting paid by the homeowner.
I'm just, They
The fire
charge,
district's already getting paid by the homeowner.
From taxes.
well, he said that they charge,
That'd be per
That'd be a
district.
question.
That's the district board when they put things together, which will
That'd be
strongly
per
be.
district.
so that's one thing, if they do,
Well, if they do, then it won't ever get turned into anybody because
that's what
Well,
I'm
just
saying
refuse
is,
to
but
turn it.
whoever's, we just need, that's something
Yeah.
that we need to look,
Yeah,
make sure that they're, if,
no, we have never and will never,
I know that, but you're gonna be governed by this board.
which we're gonna hand select.
See, now I heard another story on that too.
It's not gonna be
I heard it's not, the chiefs are not gonna have a bit to
saying it,
do with that. It's gonna be the council or the
commissioners.
commissioners are gonna pick the board.
They
You
want,
Tell me which one of them guys are gonna come and talk to anybody up here because they've already told us to get the
I'm
names and
just
get them.
telling you, Michael.
Get
They
them ready.
said-
They will appoint them, yes.
Yes.
But
that
they're-
part I do know.
But
But
they're
it's-
not gonna come up here and ask and solicit for people to join this
They-
board.
they said that they was gonna ask the fire, if the people, he was asking if the town even try to find someone.
They told us the same thing, get names together, find somebody
And
that's
sign
interested.
someone who wants to be on this board and from cause they're
Right.
supposed to have a board member from Plainville,
Right, you'll have 5 people.
and you're gonna have the board from, but they're asking for names, and then it has to go through a vetting process.
Well, just,
Well,
yeah.
it still goes through a vetting process.
Well,
It
if they
goes-
have a list of names, somebody's gonna have to pick one.
If they have more than 5 people, but I don't know that you're gonna find more than 5 people that's willing to.
I don't know if you would have the more than 5 names turned in because The way it sounds,
I've not got the
like
first
the town
one
of
yet.
Plainville and Plainville Fire, Eleanor Fire, we can kind of put our names together, turn into 5. And then they
The
kind of
township's
discuss
supposed to
it.
nominate or pick someone. Each township's
Each
supposed to.
township and each town, yes.
But they're supposed to
And
pick
that would be
names.
fair for everybody.
Yeah.
They get, but they're, again, there's no guarantee who's gonna be on this board or handpicked or no picked.
But it doesn't matter to us.
But
It's all gonna be better, the betterment of the community.
it just needs to make sure that
Oh,
when
I
they get
understand.
this stuff, that they're not gonna go, again, the board's gonna run the fire departments.
Right.
And the board says, Plainville, Plainville's, whatever this is we're gonna send bills to all the homeowners with that they have a fire.
That's simply,
I'm-
just simple process of the fire department, not writing
I'm
the
just
address
saying
down.
that that's one thing that we need to
Right.
make sure that they're not planning on.
And that's,
And that would be a board down the road, this board, and if you get 5 members and you get 3 of them says, yes, we are, then I just don't want that.
yeah,
As mentioned that we don't want that to happen.
no, we don't. The only thing that we've ever mentioned is if we get called out on an accident and it's a PI accident on the interstate, then we should, because that's a separate program of what's going on, then there should be insurance people billed, not the individuals. But we've never, and there's
I know
no,
you
and there's
haven't,
no, there's
I'm
no
just-
reason.
I'm just saying that that's
Whether-
something that we need to look,
Yeah.
make
Oh,
sure
I agree.
that
wholeheartedly.
whenever this board gets. And anyway,
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly because it's already, all that's already been, the homeowner's already taken care of that.
but anyway. So. We need a motion to accept ordinance. I don't know this number on here is, who
It's
put them,
fine. It doesn't matter. I put that number on there when we first did it. It doesn't, it's just an ordinance number. It doesn't mean.
don't mean nothing, okay. I didn't know where that number came from.
This in your registers.
I'll make a motion that we sign that ordinance.
Okay, and I'll second it.
You'd have to abstain anyways.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so on this
No,
one,
not on this
Okay,
one.
okay.
because
This is not nothing to do with budget.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
don't
money.
benefit him.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter because 2
Yeah.
against 1.
Right.
Well, you true.
Sign it.
He'll sign, it, yeah.
So I got a motion on the table. We accept the ordinance 2026-05-14 as the town of Plainville will be part of the new fire district, whatever the
Is it
name's
listed-
gonna be.
Is it not listed on there? They have it listed as the Northwest Davis County Fire District.
It's not
Fire
listed
Protection
on here.
District, okay. Thought it was up in that very first from where all the towns were listed. But
It's no,
that's what they have thrown out there and started things under, so.
there's no
Okay.
mention of a name for the fire districts. It's just saying the townships and towns and so all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? So we'll have to take this and get it. We'll have to get it, signed and then we'll have to get it. Can you do the,
She can attest it, yeah.
test it and do you'll have to,
I can test it, but I
Yeah.
can't, does it need notarized?
I don't think so. I think she
it don't
says
say anything
I
about,
can
there's no
attest, yeah.
notary.
I can
Okay.
attest, yeah. I
And then we
can't
just have to
notarize.
take this to the town, down to the courthouse and get it.
It has to be
recorded.
recorded.
Mhm.
Okay.
What's,
I'll fill it in.
Good, good. Just because.
we'll figure out something. I guess we,
then the we'll talk after bit on that other, because there's a lot of misinformation that flew out
Oh, I can imagine that.
through the argument with the Odin.
Okay. So, and not that, so we might try to get a hold of that Cindy Barber or see if there's any kind of money from somewhere about getting that building done.
Yeah.
Her or even Debbie Goodwin.
That's
She's
the
in,
Visitors Bureau though, but,
they got money to do things too.
and
People,
then
people come
we'll
in
get-
from out of town and use that.
we can talk to the, I'll talk to the economic development guy. But the other day I was out there looking,
Mhm.
I think we could take and put an open shed, protect them trusses and go towards the church.
Oh,
Cause
yeah.
that's it's flat. And you could take that concrete and you can go out there and put 20 feet of open area,
Oh, like with a roof over it? Or-
Just
have-
open the
just have
roof.
Open shelter.
open and then close the other
Yeah.
part. So then you would, cause I think we'll have to move the tables or something, but I think we could take and move that down, add 20 or 24 feet, and just open it.
Yeah.
Few
Okay.
tables that are actually bolted down, he's talking about moving.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, so I think that would work, that we could
That's the.
extend that out and have shaded area,
Right.
closed in area. Anyway, but if, we at least. Okay.
Don't go in that direction, you'd be smart if you don't get that. Out of south.
And then it's flat, and it's not,
Yeah.
and then it's not, yeah, and you really can't go off the gable or off the sides because it'll drop down too much, and that way you got the same height all the way through.
Yeah.
Is that off that little program that he was talking about?
No.
Possibly,
No,
maybe.
they can't, no, they don't.
I'd like to see a concrete path going from that building to the bathrooms. We're setting everything up to the handicapped, just like Mike in his chair, if he's in that building, he'd have a concrete path to go to the bathrooms.
Yeah,
Well, that could be a future thing, yes.
I like that. I brought that up last year.
so, all right, and then the other thing is the truck
Mhm.
is 17.5.
Mhm.
And so I was talking to Jimmy and he's he went and took pictures and going to look at that blade.
Oh,
A new blade is
you were
anywhere
telling me 15, is that what you were?
10 to 15,000 for a new blade. And he was gonna look and see, he said, that when that was bought, it wasn't, it's made and then you just buy brackets to fit
Yeah.
whatever brand of make or model.
Yeah.
So he was gonna look at doing that, seeing what it would take to,
Just to find if he could.
and if
find
we could put a
brackets.
new blade on, or if we could get that blade on there and get it hooked up and use it for a couple, 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
Cause
Save
that
some
truck
money.
should last us a long time.
Yeah.
And if it lasts us 2 or 3 years and then down the road, get a new blade,
Right.
maybe. If
Okay.
it's, but Kelly said something about, cause Jimmy's got guys that work over in his shop. But Kelly said something about it and I didn't think about it, but we could maybe say, you could have the old yellow truck for the cost of putting the blade on the new truck.
If he can put the brackets and get everything
Buying the
operational.
brackets and putting them
And
on.
doing that, and if we just give him
Well, if
that
he would
yellow truck.
okay it, that'd be fine with me, yeah.
Kind of
That's-
saves us, he gets a truck that they might be able to fix and do whatever they want with
Make
it.
a little money off of it, yeah.
Might benefit everybody.
Yeah, that
So I'll talk to him about that,
would
but
go with that.
17.5, and I think he
It's a
said,
pretty good price for that truck. I mean, it's a nice truck.
Well, so you
Rides
drove
good.
it, you said it drove good.
Rides good, it's quiet inside, I mean, it's not got a bunch of air
and
noise. and-
so I've been talking to Jasper Engines. And the guy that's over their fleets, they are actually replacing a truck with a blade already on it.
Yeah, but you. were
And
telling me-
and and I didn't know much about it. He said that they was going to do it this summer. So I was talking to him and then I told him, I said, well, we're looking at maybe it's an 09 Dodge or Ram. But it's an extended cab.
Is it extended or crew cab?
It's a crew cab, I think,
Okay, so that's even bigger
with an 8-foot bed.
than an 8-foot bed. So that's a long truck.
Dad's got one. It's like driving a semi.
Yeah.
And it
You
wouldn't.
might as well.
That's what Dad's
And
silver truck is. It's like
he
driving
said
a
they would,
semi.
it would be, I told him what we was gonna pay for this truck, and he said, well, there'd be a lot less than that or something, and in an email, but I don't know. This truck, when we don't have the blade on, it's gonna be a usable truck
Yeah.
for other stuff.
Yeah,
That truck is not gonna be used for nothing.
yeah.
Well, the other thing with that other truck, the one Jasper engines, I'm assuming it's been a plow truck all its life.
I don't know.
Cause if it's already got blade and stuff on it, there's some hard miles on that thing.
Not
This
very
one probably
many.
never had a blade on it.
No, I mean,
It's gonna
yeah,
have a lot more road miles than anything else.
yeah. And it's an,
Cause the plow miles, they're hard miles.
well, and it's, all they done was clean their,
It was owned by Jasper Engines.
Yeah, but that's a lot
Clean
of
their lot
first and
off,
second
maybe?
gear pushing.
then, yeah, all their lots and stuff, is what it was doing, so.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
still, that's a big truck. We wouldn't have any place to.
no, that's what I'm saying,
All
it
I would
wouldn't
do
be,
is
it's not
give you a bunch of
usable,
room to
it's
store a
not
bunch of
used,
junk.
it's not gonna be worth much more than what that only one thing.
Right.
Cause this thing here, this yellow one, we was hoping to be able to do, and they did drive it around for help, I mean, did do some,
The yellow truck?
Yeah.
I drove it one summer.
yeah.
I drove it one whole summer.
It was, and for what we paid for it, $5,000,
Yeah.
We've got our use out of
we
it.
got our use out of it.
It's pushed a lot of snow.
That, and it's been, but this truck down here with a utility bed, it would be worth more.
Well, and they can pull the dump trailers, so we don't have to use the trash truck. Cause that trailer behind that trash truck, it's hard to see it still.
Mhm.
It's kind of painted up for a dump trailer.
Yeah.
So this would be a good one to pull out with.
It is 4-wheel drive, so that helps too. So, but I think you thought we had the money that we can come up with, so do we wanna go ahead and get it? Or not?
I mean, yeah, if we got the money, we might as well. Why don't I just make a motion that we go ahead and purchase, I thought we were still in the discussion stage, I'm sorry. And purchase that for 17.5 and then check on the blade parts.
Yeah. Got a motion on the table, I'll second it. All in favor, say aye. Aye. So, but I'll get, and he said, since we're tax exempt, he said, all we need to do is get him a tax exempt form, and we won't pay tax on that either. So.
No, I think it's a good idea.
And then we can just transfer the plates from that truck onto it. So,
So you still want the yellow truck
And
pushed
then
in the
he'd
back
get,
building?
and then he would get to
Do
work
what?
You
on.
still want the yellow truck put in the back building?
well,
Or hold off just for a little bit? Talk with him first.
Might as well hold off a little bit.
See what he says
Then
about
he
that.
would get to work on trying to find brackets.
well, yeah, he took pictures of the model and stuff the other day.
Yeah, that's
seen-
fine.
I seen him at the
Cause I
car
have
show.
the keys to that truck.
Okay.
I seen him at the car show at Boggs and talked to him for a while.
Alrighty.
Well, before you left, we was wanting to try.
You're fine. I just wanna make sure nothing.
Well, yeah, I know, but so
Had
we
to
just,
happen once.
we was just trying to figure out, we're working on budget.
Mhm.
And we was trying to figure out if Simon if he thought he'd be around next year, cause we're gonna have to make sure we got money.
Do I get an option for closing that?
You know.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But we just need to make sure we got money budgeted to find out if we can afford the paint.
True. I agree.
Before you leave this time, then you've got to sign that packet of intent, sign there in front of Kevin.
No,
It's all put together.
You only- It's only 140 hours a
This is
week.
the last
I'll
page.
have my attorney
Just sign
read
the
it.
last page.
don't worry, don't read it, just sign it.
Yeah, it's all normal stuff.
Yeah, it's just.
That's what they
signature
do
work and
that's what Congress does.
Remember, they can only sue you for what you got.
Do
They
you
can't
wanna
sue you for
mention that town cleanup was a success?
The town
They
cleanup
had
was a
almost all
success,
4 of them filled, didn't
pretty well.
That's what I thought.
And they was
You have seen what mine ever pulled out of there for scrap. He's at almost $1,400 that he sold out, that he pulled out of the dumpsters.
No kidding. Well, good for him.
He's done really well, all the scrap metal he pulled out of there.
That's good. Cause it wouldn't have went anywhere else, and
No.
I think we
My
had.
mom would pull it
I
out.
was gonna say
scrap.
somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah, they would have just torched it and magneted it out.
I think we had, was it $1,500 in dumpsters,
Okay.
That's rough.
something like that. So, and then, the town yard sales this Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the tennis nets, we knew the tennis nets were up, thank you.
Ball on that I gotta do a little more test that. Ball diamond has been completely sprayed. So I'm getting ready to work it, put the bases in and stuff.
And,
And I had a couple things I was gonna bring up before I haul
okay,
off. Me and him was talking a little bit. Might get a triaxle load, maybe not quite a triaxle load of sand. The volleyball courts need some. I like to put some on the ball diamonds. And then where the diggers are, we could put a few buckets up in there, just some sand. Cause the volleyball court, it's starting to get a little bit of depression.
Dip out.
that's, and so, where would you dump it?
I'd probably dump it on the ball diamond and then move it as needed. And then whatever I don't need, I can just till under with the ball diamond.
Cause it does, I mean, it sits in a pile and every time it rains, it just
Yeah.
keeps doing this.
Well, that's, I'd probably put it in the ball diamond and then move it bucket by bucket as needed. Cause the tennis, well, the volleyball court probably use about 15, 20 buckets. And then each one of those diggers, one or two each.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, I just work into the ball field. And I'm sure JJ could probably get sand. I'd
That
call
or
him.
Jones's or anybody
I don't
out
know if
there.
Jones actually
You're on
hauls
the
it.
camera.
Well, that's true too. JJ's always done a rock, good on rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all that stuff went up.
Yeah,
And Dad bought 4 ton of line today. That wasn't cheap, he said. Especially when you're back into your air conditioner unit and
okay,
destroy
Well,
it.
that's okay. You can just try to figure it
Yeah.
out.
My driver came back a freaking trailer.
okay. And did you get the controllers ordered?
Yes, it should be here tomorrow. So they are ordered. And then I am gonna burn a week's vacation next week.
Do what?
Gonna burn a week's vacation next week.
Next week?
Supposed to be high in the low 80s. And that'd be a prime time for me to rest my crap out of my house, so hopefully
So
the,
move, huh?
we've been living there since
I know
Saturday.
you've been living out there.
I wanna get. I already got standing,
Next week,
yes, I already got standing offer.
Did you get that okayed by your right-hand man?
The only person I work with is my wife. Oh, him?
He's gonna be here, you're not going anywhere.
Well, he knows I'll be right
Are
here.
you
No, I
buying
mean, you're not planning on going.
Are you
nowhere.
buying it?
No,
Oh, okay, just ask.
No, he, just make sure somebody
you
will be
and
here to
your
work.
grandma could move in.
I'm poor.
I've got 3 offers on
Full-time
mine.
employee.
Really?
You got all
Well,
kinds
good.
of money.
I'm
So,
poor.
I mean, that's fine.
Well, I wasn't gonna do it next week. I was gonna wait one more week. And the other day we sitting, I was looking at the weather. I'm like, oh man, look at that weather. Lows in the 60s, highs in the low 80s. Oh yeah. So I was like, I might as well next week. He goes, well, I don't blame you. I was like, you ain't kidding.
Now you gotta do it all next week.
Unfortunate.
We could come up with some extra stuff for him to do.
I'm sure we could.
Oh, I can always keep with it.
I'm calling you when the plant's on fire.
Don't do that.
Well, that's good.
Is that all we got?
I don't know of anything other than we need to start talking about budget.
Is anybody got anything particular they want? I mean, is there
In the
anything,
budget.
anything?
Well, we got a new lawnmower, we got
Yeah, we're good on lawnmower.
lawnmowers, we don't, with trucks. The only thing I would think, if we done anything, would maybe looking at a new gator. But I don't know. Is that That one there is still overheating, or is it still?
It's been doing good this year.
Yeah, I don't know, really good on.
I'll say they worked on it last year, then when we took it out to Airworks, he had done some stuff to it, told me to check some stuff. So I ran the dog crap out of it and just kept checking stuff. And so far this year, well, I sprayed all the alleys every day. It was hotter than all get out, never did overheat on me.
The,
And I was pulling an air tank and I wasn't driving real fast.
you sprayed it, I mean,
Weed killers.
mhm.
I didn't mix it quite enough. I didn't realize, well, no, 20-gallon tank and 6-gallon tank, you really got up the chemical. So it took a little longer for everything to die. Normally I mix it pretty hot, so it dies for the.
So, where, gator wise, where you don't think it,
How much is a gator? Oh, we
Oh,
can't pick
a new one, I would say like that, no,
Not that much.
I'd say 15 to 20 grand.
Okay, so.
but if we don't need one, I was just thinking we.
It'll survive another year. I mean,
That's good then, because we're buying a truck.
well, that's, I'm not trying to be picky because yes, you are upgrading something else. Now, next year we can revisit the game.
Yeah.
Either that or flat. I mean, yeah, I can always spend money.
I mean, I have the,
So I mean, other than, major expenditures, I don't know that we got, I mean,
Nothing big coming up?
I want us
just
to,
figuring out Simon, but that'll be another meeting.
yeah, but then we need to, one thing we want to put at least 25,000 in a paving.
Oh, yeah. For that, for Marlette.
Cause we put some in there and we moved it over last year, right? We did what we didn't use and then, cause it's gonna take $80,000 to $100,000 to pave that road. Rest of the streets in town are all good.
Yeah,
That's the only ones.
that one, well, that's just heavy use.
That's, well, I know, and it's used
Trucks on it all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
and-
it's gonna be wore down first.
unless we can get that crossroad grant. We just gotta get all that paper, we gotta get that paperwork filled out, but we still have to have 25% down.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory on the mower.
We
got
bought a new one. We paid it in
It's got a
full.
new one.
We paid it in full.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we paid in full.
You wrote a check to the Airworks.
Airworks is where it was from.
Yeah, yeah. The only other big thing that would be handy, that I know we quoted out and it didn't work, was possibly insulating that building.
What?
Insulating that building.
Yeah,
So,
it's,
well, I didn't know about the new budget, if that was something that could be,
well, I don't
tinkered
know. It was gonna be.
because it'd be nice to be able to use that salt ball again. And that new truck could use it. It'd fit in there. But there's a lot of money there too.
What building is on there?
The utility building.
The white one there,
Yeah, the one we store our equipment in.
but
We got a big salt dog,
Okay.
but
One by the yellow
One
truck.
if it freezes, then I drive all winter with
Oh,
block
yeah, I
ice.
but the problem is we're gonna have to change the ridge cap, cause you can't spray that against that ridge cap that's in there. It's got that.
Well, no, I understand that.
No,
I'm
but
just saying,
it ended up as gonna be a lot more money and
you asked for any big ticket items, that was the one thing I could
But
think of right now.
I would say, it's.
That would benefit.
But do we have to have spray? Can you not just put insulation in it?
And I thought about
I thought
that.
somebody was knocking on the TV.
I mean, does it have to be sprayed?
No, you could put half inch or inch and a half styrofoam cut and put it in between.
Yeah.
It'll take a little bit of time.
We're not thinking about keeping that building just above
The spray
freezing.
foam is gonna be the best thing,
Yeah.
but it's gonna have to be heat. It has to be cleaned out, stuff away from the walls,
Yeah, so they can get into it.
get into it. The door, somehow I can't, the sliding door was hooked.
It's been hit. And that's why the trash truck's not parked out there anymore.
I didn't do that.
No, this was back in the day we was hiring high school kids. They took the door off, me and Rex had to put it on, they bent it. That's why the trash truck don't sit there no more.
So-
We stuck in a different building that's got more room.
So that door's gonna have to be fixed, and make some things to make things happen.
Well, no, I'm not saying you had to.
No,
You
no,
just asked
I'm
for
just
big
saying-
ticket items. I
But
figured I'd bring it up.
well, but
I
I
don't
don't
get to
know.
make that decision. I just get a,
We're just gonna have to see
Suggest.
where we stand at the end.
well,
whenever
that's,
we
I
get
just made a
everything.
suggestion. You guys
Yeah.
decide the dollars.
Well, I knew, I've been looking at that, trying to figure out how to take care of that.
Building, building.
Well, he's got,
No room out.
I
we
can,
got enough.
oh, we got plenty of room in the park. We can always put a building in.
Yeah, we got enough buildings.
We can put a building there by the plan, a little circle. No, we don't want to do that. It floods.
Oh,
Yeah, it floods.
did you know that Sheila planted flowers out there, so you need to start
Yeah.
making sure you
Yeah,
water them.
I had somebody wanted to do it for us. And I said, I think somebody does that.
Well, if they ever wanna do it again, let them.
I was afraid of what it looked like.
Oh, who was it?
You know, I don't wanna say.
I'm not saying they've done a bad job, but Sheila does better. She does. does a
Yeah,
good job.
either, if you guys could water them, that'd be great. 'cause
Yeah,
we-
we'll
We had
water
to pull some of them because they already died, because we didn't get out there. It was like 3 or 4 days.
We noticed them, was that Tuesday we noticed them?
Or I could get a key and we'd go out there. I don't care. But if you guys can water them, that'd be great.
We normally water Monday through Friday,
That'd be great.
then Saturday and Sundays are kind of,
Well, that's fine. They don't need water every day, but.
which I've got holes through on the bottom, so you can't overwater anything.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys.
So, yeah, we actually got it set pretty nice. You got a garden hose out.
Those
I've got a
hoses
thing
that
that's
you
got like a
guys
little
are running.
sprinkler.
Okay.
So other than, the only thing I know of, if we buy that truck this year, then there's no reason to have any, we don't need another truck or nothing next year for equipment. The only thing is that we just need to keep a plan on this road out here, because I know it's gonna be an expensive
Yeah.
when we get there.
How far, we go out past?
Just to the edge, just about where the speed sign is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just past the old Wishman place.
Yeah, it's right
It's
there.
right there.
Just past his
That's what I
driveway.
thought.
It's right there. I think that sign is right
Yeah,
about where the
you're
line
still
is.
25 feet off the highway there. Oh, it's a good chunk of road still paved.
Yeah, but it really does need to be fixed. That's true.
Well, it's not bad yet, but it's going to get there. And
When they start
That's when it
crumbling,
goes
a year or
bad,
two they
It's
go.
gonna go. And
Yeah, when it starts, it's gonna go quick.
And the harder the winter, the worse they get.
and so we just need to keep a budget.
So do we budget, what's that?
What's your mileage? You
Oh.
gonna tell me that?
The start was 79,732. And the end was
And so,
79,795.
And then the fire budget will be just the same as what we've always been doing, right?
Well, it may be a little less. I'm gonna have to see what we spent this year. I mean, is there something you guys are needing from us? Is there
Nothing,
more than normal?
Ribeye steak dinner.
You mean,
we
you
got
talking
that
about
breaker
fireman
box
dinner?
changed, and you
Yes.
said you was gonna
Ribeye
pay
steak.
like
We need to do it
$1,000
before
bucks.
you-
yeah, out of our, to sort of take it out of our funding this year.
Yeah.
For what?
That breaker
That
box
breaker
that we
box,
agreed on.
it was about $1,000 from them.
Yeah,
I think ours was gonna be 1,200 or something, but
whatever, yeah, it's not a,
but it's a lot, at least. And then that generator is, if you just noticed it running, exercising any, have you been around where it's
I've
been?
not,
Every while here, it's not running. So I don't know when it's time to run.
I forget what he set it up for.
So I know the plant runs Mondays, kicks on right at 1:30.
one thing we want to think about on that too, and I know running it and exercising it is good, but we need to just do a power outage, shut the breaker off and let it kick in so that it
And let it run for a while.
runs the generator and produces electricity.
It'll actually exercise it better.
The year that we had the tornado, that's what happened down at the sheriff's department. They ran the engine
Kicked
all
in
the
and nothing
time,
happened.
and when the power went off and it kicked in, there was no electricity because
See, the
the
sewer,
diodes burn out.
the sewer plant, that's what, every Monday, power kicks and for an hour, it runs the entire
And I
plant.
don't know if did they set this one up to shut the power and generate through it, or just to exercise?
I think he just set it up to exercise.
We need to see about
So
At
the
least-
sewer plant
Well,
actually
he's
kills
supposed to come
power.
he's supposed to come up and look at that building out there.
Maybe just
and-
once,
and
even
look
just
at
once
it,
a
I'll
month.
ask
Once a month, shut it down for 5 minutes and let it run.
Or no, longer than
Longer
that.
than that, let it run for,
I'd say an hour.
yeah,
Let it cycle.
Okay.
it's not gonna be that
No, I.
much on the cost, but
Well,
that
that's
way you
just
can make
natural
sure
gas, yeah.
everything's working inside it and.
But I don't know, I mean, first, I mean, we've got all the computer stuff that's up and running, new stuff, and so I don't know that there's any kind of major expenditures that we're gonna be looking at, do you?
I don't know anything.
I mean, there's nothing we probably should be looking at buying next year.
Something, and
Just food camera, food
this
bar, but
program that
smaller
the
stuff.
guy Kim talked about. Are you considered a business
Are we
here
considered
with the
business?
town hall, putting a new awning above your door?
Well, I mean, that needs to be done.
Well, I think he wanted to stay away from the town hall.
Well,
I think he does, yeah.
but-
Because he said he wanted to see what other,
but
I
yeah,
feel,
I mean,
I
get
feel
some
like
other-
he didn't want
if
it.
there's
I don't
others
think that's
in.
I don't think that's what it's geared for. I don't know.
No, I
that
just-
we're-
Yeah, we need it.
But
That's fast.
That new, and of course, that awning's been on there for
Lord,
years.
Yeah,
Concrete pad, I roasted that thing placed.
Where?
That walk path out here, but you said it was a pipe in the state and,
Well,
a sidewalk,
yeah, I'd love that thing replaced.
What's the matter with it?
it's just so off level.
Oh, I've not even never been on it.
Oh, I'd say he'd go for ride of his life on that thing out there.
Yeah, I brought it across, it's pretty rough in places, it's got a lot of, it's sand.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of sinkholes.
Yeah, it's starting to settle and
Then when they
So-
fix the corner out
so-
here, it makes the rest of the road.
the only thing, so we would probably need to up our labor budget,
I know, that's why we gotta figure it out.
and then,
He said he'll.
but I
accept
don't know,
$6
like I say, I don't know.
now.
Again, the only other thing, and that would be out the park,
I volunteered to say.
that I don't know that, you know, how long's it been? 4 years? How long's it been since they coated that company?
What, the tennis courts?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, it's been
know.
longer than 4 years.
It's
That was
got
done
some-
before COVID.
It's got some big time.
Like, that was 18 or 19.
Has it been that long?
Oh,
That
yeah,
costs
Rex,
a lot of money too.
Rex was here when that happened.
Yeah,
And we paid the, I mean, but
I
we got
wasn't
that,
full-time when that happened. And I was full-time in 20, so it was before that.
well, I mean, we got a grant, we got that grant from her.
Community Foundation, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a $25,000 grant, and that's what we used it for. It's starting to get worn again.
Yeah.
But if we ever do the walk path again, that's gonna have to ground down before we add on top.
cause it's so high.
Where we just pave on top of it again, we won't be able to cross mower. Cause there's places now it's that far off the ground.
Walk path.
So,
No,
yeah, so say, if we ever
not
redo
blacktop it.
that,
No,
it's
no,
gotta
But
be
he said
ground.
if we did.
oh, yeah,
Yeah, it'd have to be ground to redo.
yeah, I mean, I'm talking about just coating the tennis courts again.
Can we get them to fill the cracks somehow?
Well, they did, and it looked
Okay.
good for a while, but then they just come back, it's, just-
I mean, they sell that
Well, I
crack filler, I
realize-
can get it,
but
but it's gonna be black.
yeah,
They don't sell colors.
no. And they coated it, and filled it, and when they got done, it was nice, I mean, they filled them, but it's just like a.
Yeah.
I mean, we
overtime.
can fill them with black. I bought it before and done my driveway, but it's gonna be black lines through there and not the color.
But I mean, I wouldn't have any idea what that stuff.
Taking the
would
fire
cost
truck
them.
out there and pressure washing it, little red Dodge, he said that wasn't an issue.
But that's something down the road.
Yeah.
It's still functional now. What else?
I don't have anything. I'm ready to call it.
You like the interest.
Well,
All right, well, I'll get ahold of Jimmy tomorrow about getting,
we covered everything. Look at that.
so I'll get ahold of him tomorrow and tell him, go ahead and start getting the paperwork on the truck and, there's something I wanted to bring up now. But I'll think of it sometime down the road.
Oh, about 2 days.
Yeah,
Feel free to call Tony and tell him what it is, so he'll remember next time.
I'll write it down.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's,
Meeting adjourned.
All right.
You call it Pat for that.
Oh, Tony, I done bought something from the yard sale in Plainville.
Have you got one open already?
Well, I